cannot believe this fucking shit, man. We really gave up on Carson Wentz after 1 year. After the numbers that he put up because of a few mistakes, because of a few minor hiccups at the end of the year, we just gave up on him. Didn't want to use the cap space that we had this year, the draft capital to give him some more weapons, make sure our defense was set, get our defense right. This is what we did to Carson Wentz. We gave up on him after 1 year. We traded him away. We did that to him. The numbers he put up, they weren't bad. They weren't trash. They were good. They were top 10 quarterback worthy. And we just gave them away. Yeah, we got 2/3. The third from next year's draft can turn into a second if Carson Wentz plays 70% of the games with the Commanders. And we swapped second round picks in this year's draft. So yeah, Carson Wentz is on his way to Washington. He got traded to the Washington Commanders, if you haven't heard right now. I had to take some time to gather my thoughts because I was going to come on here and actually rage and go the fuck off. But I'm going to keep my cool as best as possible. But you're going to hear some language. You're going to hear some cursing because I'm not happy. I'm not happy the way we treated Carson Wentz. I'm not happy after the fact that when it was all good, everybody loved Carson Wentz when he was playing well. But when he plays like trash, it's Carson Wentz, he sucks. Get him out of Indianapolis. Chris Ballard, you made a horrible trade. Why did you give up a first for him? Why in the hell did we trade for him in the first place? Yada, yada, yada. Well, you know what? Now we don't have a quarterback. Now we don't have a quarterback. And they're talking about us trading for Jimmy Garoppolo. I don't want no goddamn Jimmy Garoppolo. Jimmy Garoppolo is no better than Carson Wentz. And he's having surgery. He won't be able to be ready to throw his shit until training camp. We don't know what he looks like. We don't know what it's going to look like after his surgery. And you're talking about trading for him? You're talking about us being interested in Jimmy Garoppolo and Mitchell Trubisky? Are you kidding me? The guy that was drafted top 5 and who was a fucking bust? Who was terrible in Chicago? They gave up on him. They drafted Justin Fields and he ended up being a backup in Buffalo. Are you kidding me? That's who we're after? Now we don't have a quarterback to compete against Russell Wilson, who is now in the AFC, against the Justin Herbert, against the Patrick Mahomes, against the Lamar Jackson. We don't have a quarterback to compete in the AFC. And there's some rumors of maybe could Houston give us Deshaun Watson. I would love to have Deshaun Watson, but there's no way in hell they're going to give us Deshaun Watson. And with everything going on in his situation, we don't need anything lingering over our heads. We are already dealing with enough. And you got Darius Leonard on Twitter talking about how he's had 5 quarterbacks in all 5 years he's been there, giving me thoughts of, could he potentially leave? Could he end up requesting a trade? It's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. I don't know what this team is doing. I don't know what Chris Ballard is doing. I don't know what Jim Irsay. I almost said something that I shouldn't say. I don't know what you're doing, old man. But y'all are fucking up. We don't have a quarterback. Don't talk to me about Jimmy Garoppolo. Don't you dare talk to me about Mitchell Trubisky. I don't know. I don't want to hear shit about Mitchell Trubisky. Don't talk to me about those quarterbacks. They're sorry. The numbers Carson Wentz put up were damn sure good enough to keep him here at least another year. Now it talks about the Commanders taking on all of Carson Wentz's salary of $28 million plus a $5 million roster bonus. So the Colts are going to have a lot of cap space. What are we going to do with that cap space? If that is true, we could roughly have about $70 million. I seen a Colts writer and insider said that on Twitter about 10 minutes ago. We could have about roughly $70 million. What are we going to do with that money? Nobody's going to come here. We don't have a quarterback. You think people are going to come here to play with Jimmy G? People are going to come here to play with Mitchell Trubisky? Like, what are y'all smoking? What are y'all smoking? We don't have a first-round pick, so we can't go get one of the top quarterbacks at this year's draft. What are we doing? What are we doing? You want me to be happy about this? No, I'm not happy because I am a Carson Wentz guy. I've been defending him, praising him. Yes, has he made mistakes? Of course. Every quarterback has. They're not perfect. But for this to happen, for us to give up after 1 year, we couldn't even give him one more chance. Build around him. Put weapons around him. Get us a cornerback that can stop these top wide receivers. Get us some help. And we just gave up on him. I'm wishing him nothing but the best with the Commanders. I hope he balls out and takes them to the playoffs and win a playoff game because he deserves it. He did not deserve what happened today. He did not deserve that. So for all you Colts fans out there, you got what you wanted. You got what you wanted. Carson Wentz is gone. Carson Wentz got thrown under the bus. Carson Wentz got 100% of the blame this year. I didn't hear nobody talk about how Kenny Moore got burnt the last couple of weeks of the season. I didn't hear nobody talk about how the defense played bad the last couple of weeks of the season, how our offense couldn't get anything going with our playmakers. Our playmakers couldn't make catches. Our playmakers couldn't make the right decisions. I don't want to hear anything about that. It's all on Carson Wentz. Carson. Well, you know what? Screw y'all. Screw y'all. Now we don't have a quarterback. Now we don't have a signal caller. You think I'm about to root for Jimmy G? You think I'm about to root for Mitchell Trubisky? You out of your fucking mind. I'm not rooting for Mitchell Trubisky and Jimmy G. I'm not. Am I still a Colts fan? Of course. I'm not going anywhere. This has been my team for almost 20 years. I'm not going anywhere. But I tell you what, things better change. Because players could definitely start requesting trades if we keep going through this quarterback carousel that we've been going through. 6 different quarterbacks in the last 5 years. 6! It's unacceptable. So you know what? Have your fun, Colts fans that hate Carson Wentz. You got what you wanted. Carson Wentz is out of here. I don't want to hear shit when Mitchell Trubisky or Jimmy G comes in here and plays like shit. If we sign Mitchell Trubisky or if we trade for Jimmy G, if they come in here and play like shit, I don't want to hear nothing because I'm on y'all ass. I am on y'all ass. I don't want to hear nothing. Don't you dare talk about Carson Wentz playing bad and Jimmy G comes in here and plays even worse. Don't you dare. We won 9 games last year. It's unfortunate what happened. We lost to the Jaguars. That shouldn't have happened. We should have won that game. Carson Wentz definitely has to take that blame for that. But for him to take all the scrutiny, all the blame, everything is just on his shoulders. For another team to give up on him. I know he has that talent in him. I know he has the passion and the heart of a lion. I know he has it in him. I know it. It is what it is. The NFL draft is next. Well, no, free agency is next. If we do have this roughly $70 million in cap space, we'll see what we do with it. Probably won't be shit because we don't have a quarterback. So how are you going to lure free agents to come here when we don't have a fucking quarterback? You think some of the top free agents out there are going to want to play with Mitchell Trubisky? That failed project that got drafted by the fucking Chicago Bears from North Carolina? You think players are going to want to come here to play with Jimmy G after the bullshit he was doing with the San Francisco 49ers? It wasn't him that got them to the fucking NFC Championship. It was that defense. You better put some respect on Nick Bosa's name. I don't like him. But he is a great player, and a great defensive player, that defense got them there. It wasn't Jimmy G. So don't give me that bullshit. I've been up here talking for over 10 minutes. I'm pissed off. I don't know when this shit is going to wear off. But what we did to Carson Wentz today was wrong. After 1 year, we gave up on him. If he never respects us again, I don't blame him. But he's not that kind of person. He's not that kind of person. He's a good man. He's a good guy. He's a good quarterback. I'm done with this. I'm done with this for today. Y'all got what y'all wanted, Colts fans. Y'all out there hating on Carson Wentz, you got what you wanted. For the Colts fans that still believed in Carson Wentz, I salute you. Because I'm one of them. And what we did to that man today was wrong. So buckle up, Colts fans. Because we will be bad next year. We will be trash next year. We're not going anywhere. It's over.